The CoinSource channel is pleased to have you back. Request from viewer is, what do you think will happen next? You can also comment your opinion. Thank you to all the subscribers of our CoinSource. Who came to our channel CoinSource? You will always be info with the latest CoinSource news. Option 1, will there be a settlement of XRP and XRP? Option 2, where XRP will win. Option 3, where SEC will win. Please like my video and subscribe my channel. In my opinion, Raoul Pal makes some really astute points regarding this type of matter. Now, Raoul Pal, an XRP holder and a former executive at Goldman Sachs, is likely well known to most of you. Notable in the Bitcoin world, with 1 million or more followers on X platform. He laid the groundwork for Real Vision. Further, he anticipates that XRP will reach $10 in the near future. He foretold a tenfold increase in value when XRP was priced at approximately $1. He gets it. Looking ahead, he is intent. The crypto community has its own set of rules that you must follow, and I feel forced to tell you about them. Even though Rob Hall came up with this phrase not long ago, I've been using an approach similar to Raoul Pal's for over 6 years. You would do well to pay attention to and internalize this sound advice on a day like this, when people are prone to making emotional rather than rational financial decisions. Just so we're clear, I don't have a background in finance and am by no means an expert in this field. What I say shouldn't even be considered as a basis for a sale or buy, am I right? I enjoy making videos on YouTube about cryptocurrency as a hobby and for fun. All I am is an enthusiast. At the time this tutorial was recorded, Bitcoin had dropped below $40,000 XRP, reaching a low of approximately 52 cents. Consequently, you should pay attention to this warning. Even this page has mentioned this in crypto media. Some of you may know the photo as Raoul Pal. Go ahead and destroy this headline. After you read the post, I will repeat the expert's exact words on X social network. Pay attention, investors. Let's get to the chase and avoid unnecessary details. Got it. He communicated this message on January 6th and has this list. Little bullet points were left unattached by him. However, he only made a list of things. The most prominent of these is the absence of leverage. Do you all agree with that? It is now absolutely clear why you should not have utilized leverage, isn't it? The Bitcoin market isn't immune to liquidation, and it makes me question whether the thousands of % gains over the last 15 years have truly resulted in wealth that can improve people's lives. My bad, that won't do the trick. You need to add a multiplier impact on that leverage. For example, why is it bad to have no leverage at all? That is wrong, actually. Surely it's a mistake to do that. Without a doubt. After that, you won't have to worry about missing out, FOMO. Not to mention how easy it seems, isn't it? Am I correct? A lot of people, especially newcomers to the Bitcoin market, make the error of believing that something is beneficial simply because its value is going up. We should expect an upward trend. By the time you come to this realization, it will probably be too late. The following 3 or 5 assets are crucial for a core bank. I could so overhear him bringing up this concept in multiple interviews. His standard piece of advice is to always hold high-quality, authentic, and useful coins. No changes have been made. My claim that this resonates with me is supported by this. With the unwavering belief that we will achieve our goals, I have been steadfastly adhering to the principle of utility matters since 2017. This is simply another way of saying that you should check out the currencies to observe the hubs of activity, the places where developers are hard at work, the places where individuals are developing, etc. Having a bag of them makes it easy to hold on to him, I suppose. Proper wallet hygiene, self-custody, or multi-sig are some of his other suggestions. Hey there, everyone. Presumably, a large number of you are currently tuning in. Obviously, you've been left out. Many of you keep all of your Bitcoin on exchanges, and I know this because you're all listening. It would be wise for such individual to stay away from Bitcoin investments. Far too many exchanges have been compromised, declared bankruptcy, or found out that their Ponzi schemes were fraudulent. Got it. Even while it's quite improbable that Coinbase this or that will happen to you, you can never tell. Though I understand that not everyone can pull off a personal takeover, I think it would be a good idea. What if I lose my private key, is a valid concern, and I understand that. You might come to the conclusion that it is the best option after weighing the pros and negatives. Understood. Swing by there. Here, the key point is that Ron Paul and I are in agreement. Choosing to self-custody is the greatest option. I have a minor disagreement with the next one, but that's all. He cautioned that just a little amount, less than 10%, of your day-on bag should be exchanged if one were to partake in the naive microcaps, meme coins, and other activities that boil down to gambling. Without a doubt, he will ensure that the vast majority of your dollars are invested in top-notch items. Scratching that itching skin actually does not require more than 10%. Therefore, to those that match that criteria, I encourage them to go for it. For me, it's practically 0%. Big and medium cap currencies are my only deal. I'm not interested in it at all. That, in my opinion, is a fine summary. Most of the work has already been done by the market, so it's great. Investing in this way is similar to buying shares in the S&P 500. My research is already done since all the people who are buying and selling in the market are putting their money where they think it will do the most good. Consequently, it is wise to spread your investments out among several asset types. Investing in large and medium-sized coins is like building your own crypto index, so to speak. The logic behind that is now clear to me. Chris, it's only natural that you keep an eye on it if there's a change in roles or circumstances. But that's the gist of it. After that, it's as easy as keeping track of the subsequent huddle for a longer duration. Also, I intend to use my XRP for this specific reason. I initially got XRP more than 6 years ago. I am prepared to patiently await whatever the outcome may be. He goes on to say to turn up the volume and remove any ambient noise. That is why I've decided to shoot this video on this specific day, my friends. People are fleeing in terror as they look in every direction at the sight of blood. It is normal to predict 35% pullbacks often, as he goes on to suggest. Not to mention that the drop we had today was unlike anything we've ever experienced. Things have been generally going downhill since the ETFs were authorized. I mean, even if the news event that day wasn't a sale, that was when I recognized things weren't going to be alright. I should not have declined, even though I anticipated it would not make headlines. Whatever he says, by the effing dip, he really means it. Indeed, it is. So you won't be able to record it. On top of that, you ought to buy at times of widespread panic sales. He then brings up the hashtag D. No need to fumble this up, it's perfect. This certainly won't be the last time, as he pointed out that reasons 6 and 7 were already relevant before Bitcoin's decline below $40,000 earlier today. We don't know if the final corrective low will be quick and sharp or slow and grinding. One person may need a month or more, while another may only a few weeks. He claims that points 6 and 7 would be handled across a wide horizon, with Zoom Mountain taking care of the background noise. Indeed, it is. On a day like today, you need to give yourself plenty of time to soak everything in. Seriously, I've been in a similar situation before. My entire thought process has been along these lines. I am also taking additional steps, or will take them when we reach the bliss stage, so that I may start withdrawing funds in US dollars. Once I withdraw my funds, while we're in euphoric mode, they will no longer be part of the market and will only be utilized to guarantee profits upon my sale. I intend to be quite hard on myself on this. It makes no difference to me whether I was right to think that way or not, the point is that it could have gone anywhere. For fear of breaking it, I have made this firm rule for myself. That rule, then, is one of mine. Until we enter bear territory, I might be willing to put in, say, 10%. Once the bear market in cryptocurrencies is clearly visible, I will return to the market with a smaller decision. Because of it, we could have to wait longer than a year. I plan to put the rest into conservation mode and invest it in something else, like real estate, the stock market, or stocks and shares. I'll decide later. But it will cover the boring, traditional parts of finance. If I so want, I can withdraw some and reinvest it in cryptocurrency. What matters most, though, is that I plan to maintain working, increase my income, and then invest that cryptocurrency. Additionally, I plan to continue investing in cryptocurrency and maintaining this YouTube channel. Along with this, Fracky XRP emerged, member of the crypto community and enthusiast Frankie, who began mining in 2011. Not only that, but she's also a financial analyst. Raoul Pal was the true inspiration for both his most recent post and the one I started on January 6th. Frankie, I want to say a huge thank you for all you've done because he tagged me in another post, even though it doesn't show up on my screen. Thank you so much. I happened upon this by chance. Regardless, this is really personal. In Frankie's case, it feels like he's been doing this forever. Responses to Rob Hall always seem to elicit the same level of dread from individuals, which is terrifying. Just take a step back and survey the landscape. A person's emotions are real, Frankie told the person. In times of emotional distress, people make poor decisions. For the same reason, most people who try to handle their own money eventually run out of money. The best days to sell returns in the market can change at any moment, so it's important to plan ahead. Days like that are unusual. That is why serious money managers also avoid trading with large chunks of their portfolio when entering or leaving a market. Incorporating taxes is necessary for many reasons, but most importantly, it ensures that you will reap the benefits of development and recovery in the long run. You may find bottles at a lot of different stores. Got it. I agree with that. Also, focus on that part. I think this is the most important part of the movie since it covers all the bases that an investor needs to know before putting their money into cryptocurrencies, the most volatile asset class on the planet. However, Frankie also informed me of this. Furthermore, I have multiple times uploaded videos that are comparable to this one to my channel. But I figured I'd share this one anyhow since it's short and sweet. Weird market timing and one-dimensional thinking led to this, which shows why entering and exiting positions is a bad idea and why FOMO is a real worry. I need to make a sale so I can take advantage of that chance. After then, the object starts to move with more speed, doesn't it? All of it is probably already known to you. However, you can't predict if you'll have a really bullish day right following your sale if you're worried about it, about the market declining or your wealth reducing. In fact, the vast majority of the stock market's enormous dates, which produce huge returns over long periods of time, occur in the space of a few days or weeks at most. Your returns will be much lower if you miss those days or weeks, so you either have exposure when it arrives or you don't. Whether you're investing in stocks or cryptocurrencies, the data reveals that you're doing yourself in if you're the kind that frequently switch holdings out of fear or belief in your own knowledge. So, the topic we're addressing on the screen is stocks. The same, though, is true in the Bitcoin market. The most pivotal days are extremely rare. Their number is relatively low. Increasingly, it is what we have been doing for the last 15 years. Though there are never any huge upheavals, being in crypto typically involves several difficult patches and terrible low periods. Attempting to time the market is fraught with peril. For this reason, I am really stubborn with my XRP. I bought what appears to be an outrageous amount of XRP. Finally, in October of 2020, I was able to control myself. Many more cryptocurrencies may have come and gone since then, but that doesn't mean it has lost any of its relevance. I went a little bit overboard, so it represents around a third of my total cryptocurrency holdings denominated in USD. Much though I have been diversifying much more since then, I am still holding that amount of XRP comfortably. But I can be really inflexible at times. This has my whole attention. I take this very seriously because I firmly believe it is the sole path to obtaining the type of wealth and cryptocurrency that can, without a doubt, transform your life. As this hypothetical investment in the stocks that make up the Russell 3000 index, a comprehensive U.S. stock market benchmark, shows, even a short break from the market can have a tremendous influence. What follows is a description of the consequences that follow the inevitable failure of market timing. The Russell 3000 index, which encompasses almost all investable U.S. stock markets, about 96%, would be one that I consider including. Because of this, it is fairly broad. It does, in fact, touch on many topics. On the other hand, you can find an exchange-traded fund, ETF, that tracks the same index. This, too, is a type of investment. An imaginary $1,000 investment placed in 1998 would grow into $6,356 in the 25 years preceding December 31, 2022. Without the best week of the Russell 3000, which ended on November 28, the value string falls to $5,304 from 2008 to 2020. The best 3 months also came to a close on June 22, and that brings the ultimate total down to $4,480. Keep in mind that this is all hypothetical, and that you would lose out on a lot of the returns over the course of 25 years if you invest in this scenario. It only takes 1 week's notice. Can you really think of a single week out of those 25 that would be a good one to skip? Are you that smart, then? Anyone with the conceit to think such a thing is just as naive as the concept that you could find appealing. That's absurd. Because I think it's important, I'm bringing this up, but I can see why you might be interested in cryptocurrency and the significantly larger returns it offers. Cryptography exemplifies this concept. That is why I am sharing this with you. That's the crux of it. From that point on, the story continues. You can find the chart on the screen if you're interested. There is no foolproof way to time the market. If you want to be active on good days and sit on your hands during bad ones, you can do either. I'll move the cursor down to the right a little. It appears that staying put when things are good is the best course of action. Sadly, terrible. Pay attention, everybody. Being still is endearing and annoying in equal measure. It won't do anything at all. People are so damn hard to work with when it concerns doing absolutely nothing. It looks like that's going to be easy. Do nothing, just sit tight. Alright then. Really, though, you won't feel like doing anything until you see your net worth. No need to take any action, Shep. Whatever the case may be, a brief period of outstanding results, if executed poorly, can have a substantial impact on overall performance. We believe that investing with a long-term perspective is the best approach to ensure that you can capitalize on the market's prospects. And this is the process, you guys. All you need are numbers and facts. If you happen to lose track of the passing days, weeks, and months, that's all. The same is true with crypto. All I'll do is stay exposed and handle whatever crypto-related challenges arise. I have held on to XRP through its whole history, from its peak to its successive lows, when it dropped as low as 10 cents. A full 52 minutes have elapsed since this recording began, wherever that may have been. Between the two ends, I've spent $8 on it since I got it in 2021, or thereabouts. My opinion is irrelevant. So be it. Utility is important, and I will be successful if my reasoning is correct. Indeed, that is how I feel. Furthermore, I have no doubt that XRP will accomplish an unprecedented energy price discovery. Furthermore, there is a substantial amount of ground I could lose if my assumption is wrong. So sad. Personally, I feel. Nonetheless, I am a grown-up now. I am well informed about the risks that come with XRP investments. The addition of cryptocurrency makes it risky. Oh, please, let's pretend it's not risky. Nonetheless, a lot of real promise exists here. Because of that, I am always enchanted by this content. That's why running this YouTube channel is so awesome. It's fun for me. Sitting on this bench has always been my favorite way to spend leisure time. That wraps things up. That's it. Raoul Pal recently said, "Don't F it up," thus I thought it was important to bring this to your notice. That is exactly what he meant. That is why I can relate and why it makes perfect sense. Just because I say or write anything doesn't mean you should act on it. I'm not a financial advisor. Like and subscribe, please. Muchas gracias, depart.